Okay, hello. I'm in the process of setting up an office. I'm busy with work stuff right now, so I shut off some of my books. I don't know if I uploaded that video yet, but there's all my books. There's way more books coming. Boxes and boxes full of books. But right now, this closet is my office. Getting everything kind of sorted through, going through stuff. I mean, I have millions of tapes. I've just been taping stuff for decades now. I don't even use tapes anymore. I almost have a terabyte of footage filled up from just the last 2 years. Just a ton of stuff. Anyways, the other day I went live and I showed some of my Switch games, which is fun. Whatever. I found a bunch more of my Switch games in here. Actually, I had a Xenosaga and Diablo 3 and stuff like that for the Switch, but for whatever reason, those got split up from the rest of the bunch. But I have a ton of video games. I think I mentioned that in the video, but my favorite game series and my favorite thing to collect has been Resident Evil. I've been playing Resident Evil since I was 11. It's my favorite thing. Like, video game wise, I love Resident Evil. So I wanted to show off my Resident Evil collection to y'all. How should I do this? I kind of got it set up how I used to have it set up. Here. I'll turn that camera right around. Okay, so this is how it used to look in my old office. We got Zombies Ate My Neighbors on the Sega Genesis. Great game. One of my all-time favorites. I got that on the Switch. So it's starting down here. We got the original director's cut. I know it's frowned upon to have the green thing, but my first Resident Evil game that I owned personally was Resident Evil 2, and that was the first one I played, and my favorite video game of all time. Resident Evil 2 is my all-time favorite game, especially on the Nintendo 64. So I didn't get this until I was like 18, and I had a PS2, so I had a PS2, I just gotten a PS2, and then I had gotten a GameCube a year earlier, so I got the original Resident Evil and Resident Evil 4 right around my 18th birthday. And I bought those with my own money. I was really proud of myself. This is pretty cool. Resident Evil Deadly Silence. And then I got Dino Crisis, which I love Dino Crisis. It's just Resident Evil with dinosaurs. I never got Resident Evil 2 on the PS2. I originally played it, or a PS1. I originally played it on the PS1, but whatever. I love this game. The original Resident Evil 2 on the N64 was my favorite. Resident Evil 3, I ended up getting for the GameCube. I originally played that on the PS1 as well, because I'm old. But I played it probably the most on the GameCube. I got a GameCube purely because this Resident Evil 1 remake. I was so excited for this. It's one of my favorite games, too. I like the Resident Evil remake better than the original Resident Evil. So I got it again on the PS4, and it came with 0. Then we got 4. I got the original 4, and I got 4 again on the remake, and I've downloaded 4 on every fucking game system since. And then for a time, I was on the 360, so I got 5 and 6 on the 360, as well as Operation Raccoon City and Resident Evil Revelations. I went back and collected these older games for the PS2. Outbreak. I didn't get the second file, because whatever. This was a pretty fun shooting game on the Wii. House of the Dead. I also had House of the Dead, and I think I ended up playing House of the Dead a bit more. But yeah, and that's not all of them, guys. There's more Resident Evil that I haven't added to all this. So I'm a fan of the series. I don't have the long box. I'm a casual collector of this stuff. There's people with much cooler Resident Evil collections. But and as you go down here. I got Deadly Premonition and Deadly Premonition 2, which are great games. Heavily inspired. It's kind of like Resident Evil mixed with Twin Peaks. And then I got The Evil Within and The Evil Within 2, which are great games. And then I just threw Eternal Darkness here. It doesn't really have much to do with Resident Evil, but it's a horror game and it's fun. I got the books. I did not bother to get the 7th book. Those are out of order, aren't they? Yikes. Sorry. But these books were great when I was a kid. I liked these books a lot. Especially City of the Dead and the Umbrella. The first one and the third one are great. And City of the Dead's based. My first one I read was Nemesis. Somebody let me borrow Nemesis, and I really enjoyed that, so I got the rest of them. And then I don't have all the Mia Jovovich movies, because whatever. But I got the trilogy from Horror Yearbook. I like won it or something. I don't remember how I got it. Will sent it to me. And I got the final chapter, which is fucking amazing. I like this movie. A lot of people don't like this movie. I love this movie. I thought this was good. And I liked the final chapter. And they have these cool animated movies here. I've been into these for a while. I got Infinite Darkness, which was on Netflix a couple years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. Every one of these movies is exactly the same. You could pick any of these 4 movies and watch them, and you got the same shit. But as a Resident Evil nerd, there's little things I really enjoy about each one. It's like comfort food. And I got this like 14 years ago, and I was just blown away with the animation. I was like, oh, cool. That was cool. I'm going to get Damnation. Oh, Vendetta's coming out soon. Well, I guess I'm getting that when I see it at Walmart. And then Infinite Darkness came out. And last but not least, I just got Death Island, which I really enjoyed. It's fun to have a movie with Jill back. So I gotta go into my other closet to show you the rest of my collection. So hold on. I've found myself into a different closet in my own house where I keep all my nerd stuff nowadays. That's why I'm trying to get an office set up. We'll just do this. Hey, hi everybody. I originally got a PS4 for Resident Evil 7, which is great. I bought this and got this game the night on pre-order. I got this game the same night I got a PS4, and I loved it. And like a month later, I found out I was gonna have Charlie, so I was so excited. Anyways, so that I followed that up with Village. My wife got me this for my birthday a couple years ago. Fucking love this game too. These are cool. They're like kind of a new version of Resident Evil with the first person stuff and a new story and everything. And then I love these remakes that have been coming out. They don't have anything, it's new engine. They don't have anything to do with that Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil remake, but they kind of, it's like, yeah, we're not redoing that. They might redo it again. I don't know, man. It's cool. I'm okay because the stories are so simple. It's like, yeah, redo it. Fucking update those graphics. Give me some new stuff with it, you know? Resident Evil 2 remake, awesome. Almost as good as the original. I think maybe the original has more nostalgic value, and that might be why I can't let that go as my favorite game. But this came fucking close, dude. I played the shit out of this game. I downloaded the third one. I did not buy it. And I played that a lot more than I was anticipating as well. But man, do I love this game. And then I just got the Resident Evil 4 remake, which was really fun. Great. Fun to pop in, play through. Great game. Is it better than the original Resident Evil 4? I don't know. I don't think so. But that might also be a nostalgia thing. I don't know. So, yeah, I got a shitload of Resident Evil stuff. There's probably more somewhere. I don't know, man. I'm just going through everything and trying to get the office set up. So I thought I would share that. Go check out Resident Evil Death Island. Fun stuff, everybody. And then the Netflix show, complete garbage. Fucking horrible. There was an article. I was like, "Oh, we're not renewing the Netflix show," and I went, "No, you're not going to renew that? Why wouldn't you renew? Give me a break." All right. Catch you guys all later. Check out the Resident Evil 4 remake that came out this year. Good stuff. I'm a nerd. Bye.